Most men don't lose self-respect in a single breaking moment. It dissolves slowly, quietly. Not with an explosion, but with small compromises that feel harmless at the time. It happens the first time you let someone cross a boundary because it's easier than speaking up. The first time you say you'll change. And you don't. The first time you choose comfort over responsibility and promise yourself it's just this once. One moment at a time, the gap between who you are and who you know you should be grows wider. Until you no longer recognize the man staring back at you. Self-respect dies in silence. Your silence. Men lose themselves long before anyone else notices. On the outside they look the same, working, smiling, functioning. But inside, something more dangerous has already started, a quiet resignation. A sense that they're drifting through a life they didn't choose, following standards they no longer believe in. And here's the part most men never admit: you can lie to everyone, but you can't lie to yourself. Your mind keeps score. It remembers every broken promise, every avoided challenge, every moment you knew better but chose worse. And when enough of those moments accumulate, something inside you looks at your reflection and whispers, "You don't deserve to feel good about yourself." That's how self-respect disappears, not because you're weak, but because, little by little, you stopped acting like someone you respect. Modern life makes this even easier. Everything around you encourages softness, passivity, distraction. Comfort is sold like a virtue. Pleasure is everywhere. And slowly, without realizing it, men start trading their potential for convenience. Their discipline for entertainment. Their identity for approval. Their integrity for whatever hurts the least in the moment. And when that trade is repeated long enough, the consequences hit hard. You stop trusting your own word. You stop believing your goals. You stop seeing yourself as someone capable of becoming anything more. Self-respect isn't a feeling that appears out of nowhere. It's a reflection of how you live. When a man lives beneath his own potential, he suffers, even if no one else notices. But here's the truth the Stoics understood better than anyone: self-respect can be rebuilt. It's not a trait you're born with, it's a practice. And the practice begins the moment you stop running from your own reflection. It starts when you finally tell yourself the truth. Not the convenient truth. Not the softened truth. The real one, the one you've been avoiding. It's the moment you admit that you've been tolerating things that diminish you. Keeping friendships that drain you. Seeking validation that cheapens you. Breaking promises that weaken you. Men lose self-respect for the same reason they lose muscle: they stop training what makes them strong. And rebuilding that strength doesn't begin with perfection. It begins with a decision. A small one. A man regains self-respect not by trying to conquer the entire world, but by conquering one moment. One choice. One behavior he avoided yesterday. Self-respect grows the moment you do something difficult simply because you said you would. It grows when you hold yourself to a standard even when no one else is watching. It grows when you choose discipline over comfort, truth over denial, responsibility over excuses. And the interesting thing is this: the world doesn't change when you do this, you do. You begin to walk differently. Your inner voice speaks with more clarity. Your mind stops doubting you. Your future stops feeling like a threat. And starts feeling like a promise. Because now, you're becoming someone you can rely on. Someone you can trust. Someone you can follow. Most men think self-respect comes from winning, accomplishing, achieving. But the Stoics knew it comes from alignment, from living in a way that matches your principles. A man who respects himself doesn't need the world to admire him. He admires himself for how he shows up every day, especially when no one sees the effort behind it. And here's the most important part: you don't rebuild self-respect by asking for it. You rebuild it by earning it in the smallest hours of your life, when you're alone, when you're tired, when you're tempted to fall back into the version of yourself you're trying to escape. Every time you choose the harder path, your mind notices. Every time you set a boundary, your soul strengthens. Every time you honor your word, even privately, something powerful inside you wakes up. And slowly, the man you were meant to be starts replacing the man you became by accident. Self-respect isn't loud. It doesn't need to be. It shows in your posture, In your decisions, in your silence. It's the calm assurance that you are living in alignment with your own values and that you refuse to abandon yourself again. Your life changes the moment you start acting like a man you would admire. That's the turning point. That's when everything shifts. Not because the world respects you, but because you do.